the best tweet ever right here. Look, if you
There you go. There you go.
if you ever fucking call somebody a Bin Laden looking troll, you fucking win the internet. That shit was so good, especially when it's accurate as fuck. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Triggered. We're here to fuck with you. Fucking talk about everything and anything that comes up, especially shit that's like that triggers you. Obviously, my name is Eddie Law. That's Ash Lamprey. How you doing, my friend?
I'm very well. You're very hyped about tweets right now.
Dude, this is the best tweet I've seen in a while. Shout out to Jeremiah, the Hardcore MMA show. He don't give a fuck. Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Block him if you want to. He'll say some shit anyway. He don't give a fuck. That's my favorite. Anyway,
yo, it's been an interesting day, man. It's been an interesting day. We've seen a lot of people opening their mouths and whatnot. I saw that RDA Rafael dos Anjos started piping up saying that like it's bullshit that Woodley wants to take the fight against Nate Diaz, but like somebody pointed out, Nate Diaz has more wins at welterweight than RDA does.
Hey, look, man, fair enough. He can say whatever he wants to because he's seeing his title shot run away. And so I understand why he's saying it. That being said, I don't really care what he thinks. No, here's the thing. In the interest of fairness, he's right. That's kind of fucked up. In the interest of today's MMA world, fuck him. You should have talked more shit. You shouldn't have skipped that fight with Conor. Should have put some ice on that foot, dude, and took the fight. I mean, that was a bruise, and people were like, "Oh, he broke his foot." I'm
gonna be pro Diaz here, so are you ready for this?
Oh my god, I never thought I'd see the day.
Maybe the only reason that RDA beat Nate Diaz in the first place could have been that special sauce.
There was no USADA. All right, and then all of a sudden, hey, all of a sudden, USADA shows up, and he can't make the weight anymore. And he can't make that weight cut healthy anymore.
Get smashed by Eddie, get smashed by Tony.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, look into it.
So look, dude, exactly. Look, man, yeah, RDA needs to shut the fuck up. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but if Dana White was smart, he'd employ an organization or somebody to teach these guys how to talk shit. Like Chelsea ain't doing nothing else. Just fucking tell shit. Oh, he's in a heavyweight tournament.
Isn't that what do you call it does though for his clients? Ali, fucking whatever his name is, the dude who's Khabib's manager.
Dude, Ali's out of his mind. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Credit to Rafael dos Anjos. Somebody called him out and said, "Oh, look at Ali running his mouth on people's accounts again." And he actually turned around and said, Rafael dos Anjos said that he's nothing to do with Ali and his management anymore, and he runs his social medias now. Which
so he left Ali?
Yeah.
Good. Look, man, I don't look, Ali does a good job for the guys that he has, but to me, the taking over the social media and tweeting for them is the dumbest. Why would you give a hothead that says the dumbest shit control over your Twitter? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Not fluent in English. Sometimes when I see it, I'm like, oh,
remember
reading that.
Yeah, but remember when he tweeted from Frankie Edgar's Twitter, and he was like, no, he was tweeting from his own as Frankie Edgar or something like that, something that way. I was just like, damn, way to out yourself, you stupid fuck. Like, what are you doing? You sleazy bastard. You sleazy bastard.
Are you happy that Nate's going to finally come back and we're going to see if he is a legit draw?
Look, man, I'm ready. I just, first and foremost, as a fan, I just like seeing Nate and Nick fight. You know what I mean? But as far as like is he a draw and all this shit? Look, let's be honest about it now. Okay, because the bar was set by Conor, right? Fair enough. The bar's been set by Conor. Yeah, but the bar's been set by Conor. He's the highest draw ever. Yeah. Real quick, check me on this. Who higher draw, Brock Lesnar or him? In like the history.
It's Conor now.
No, Conor. Okay. Just making sure. So Conor's the highest driver. That's the bar. That's what you want to hit, right? The fact that people don't call Nate a draw is because they're comparing him to Conor as far as draw power goes. Let's be honest. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to hit the Conor numbers. That being said, he always gets really good draw, and he's still going to get a really good draw this time around. Probably way better than he's ever gotten. But especially because he's fighting Tyron. Everyone wants to see Tyron fucking lose. So think about it this way. People are tuning in to watch Tyron lose and to watch Nate fight, right? Or win.
To a degree, but I kind of, I don't know. For me, I think the reason why this whole draw thing is coming about is because everybody said that Nate was a draw when he was fighting against Conor. And now that there is no Conor in this fight that we're talking about, we legit get to see if, because a lot of people speculate that Nate's a draw. Nate does good numbers when he's on fight passes and when he's on fucking fight nights and stuff like that. It's like,
he does.
Fair play to him. But then converting those TV numbers into pay-per-view buys is a whole different kettle of fish.
Way different.
I think in a way, a part of me wonders if this is just a test by the UFC to kind of go, look, we know that Conor will draw against he could fight a bin liner and people are tuning in to watch. Can Nate draw? Because let's be honest, no other person on God's green earth could fight against Woodley. Maybe GSP, but only other person is probably Conor, GSP, who people would legitimately pay to see Woodley as a pay-per-view headliner.
No, yeah, exactly. Fair enough. And here's the thing, though. But what you're saying with the draw thing and the pay-per-view numbers and all that, he, just like you said before, he had a fall. He has a huge following. He always drew big time numbers on Fox and all that. It's free TV. I'm pretty sure, correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's ever headlined a pay-per-view prior to 196 and 202. Right? Nick has. Nick's done twice. Yeah. Nick did the GSP fight and Nick did the Silva fight. Okay. And those, I don't remember the numbers on that, but I remember hearing those did really good numbers on those. Now, as far as Nate goes, I'm pretty sure he has not, other than 196 and 202, he has not headlined, and that has to do with Conor, obviously, being on the in the fight. But yeah, we'll find out what he's got pay-per-view wise this time around.
He didn't against Cerrone. He didn't against
but pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm just looking at ones that were actual pay-per-views that he's fought on, the most recent fights.
Right.
And all the rest of the fights are like smaller fights. So the highest chance of him being a main eventer would probably be the Cowboy one, but that wasn't even either. All the rest of them, most of his fights are usually on Fox.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would throw a guy like that on Fox, knowing that his entire career has been an exciting kind of fighter. I think also I don't like to subscribe to the thought that Dana White takes out grudges on people, but he's had a legit, problem with the Diaz brothers before, so I mean, maybe that's why he threw him on there. Or maybe he just want to throw an exciting fight on free TV. I don't know, dude. Who knows how the fuck that guy thinks? But regardless, you're right. We're gonna find out how he draws on pay-per-view anyway, right? And I think right. I think he'll have a really good showing, but I don't think this is a test by the UFC to see what he draws. I think this is a desperate attempt by the UFC to go, fuck, we have been missing on main events over and over. 221 is a snore fest. No one gives a shit about Rockhold Romero. Okay, let me take that back. I give a shit. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I'm not gonna pace it. I'm not gonna.
There's rumors as well that Rockhold may not make the fight. That I saw somebody tweet because allegedly he's been having some knee problems. I saw somebody tweet that out. One of the guys that's an author for Middle Easy. I can't credit him because I can't remember his name.
Middle Easy did that. Yeah, I don't buy it until look, there's a few people that I would totally hear a rumor from and be like, "Whoa, shit!" And Middle Easy is not one of them, but maybe that might be right. Regardless, damn, that looks like if he didn't make it. Imagine that. Imagine Rockhold pulls out, and your main event is Mark Hunt and Curtis Blades for a pay-per-view.
You have to send that to a fight night.
They won't. They won't. But they won't.
Nobody's gonna buy it.
They won't though. And did you hear rumblings about them possibly canceling 222?
Yeah, I heard that was converted.
I was like, what? They should convert that into a fight night. That's a given. That card is probably a little stronger than this one by a little bit, but losing Max was huge. Now, if they make Cody Frankie Edgar though, Like you got something there because that's a freak fight.
Cody's getting ragdolled. I just like to
Oh,
know
he's
that.
getting murdered.
Everybody's making out that like Cody is gonna like. I've seen a lot of people saying that Edgar can't like he hasn't got good hands, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember how that worked out for fucking
Mendez. What are you talking about? He one hitter quitted that motherfucker. That shit was over.
Yeah, and I think he out wrestles the fuck out of him.
Out of Cody? Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
No, it won't look, man, it won't even be it'll be like a kind of a boring fight, let's be honest. All right.
He's gonna do what he did to Yair Rodriguez.
As he should. As he should. Get that W. Don't fuck up your title shot because look, once Max comes back, that's the fight. Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway. So anyway, but UFC is looking for a big draw. What's your biggest draw right now in the next few pay-per-view or events even? Is DC and Stipe. And everyone's looking at it like, huh? I mean, I guess. That's literally the look people are thinking on that. Now, if they try to make TJ DJ, which looks like, especially if Cody's going to take the Frankie fight, that's what we're going to get. Cody and TJ DJ, they're working on that. And then we'll get, we might get Nunes Cyborg. I don't know how we're going to get that. I kind of don't want to see that.
I think that's funny that everybody's making out that, like, Cyborg's ducking Nunes. But I remember when Nunes turned around and said she wanted to be a double champ, and when Cyborg won the title off Jermaine, when Jermaine Durandamine had the title, she turned around and she said, "I want to go up." And then as soon as she relinquished it, and Cyborg competed for it, and Cyborg won it, she turned around and said she had no interest in going up. So people forget about that, but I don't forget about that.
Right. But I mean, now Nunes wants that fight, right? Like recently, she's been calling for it.
My guy, she just wants that quick. Who else? Let's be honest. Like now that she's gone down to 125, there's no one for her to fight. Like I know there's other people in the division. Don't get it twisted, but come on.
Well, who's next? Rocky Pennington.
Exactly.
Evil Eye just kind of got a submission win. Impressive, but still.
Still,
there's not a lot of draws. Huh?
She's not. I'll put it this way: when you look at her past two fights, well, we'll call it three if you want to be then, because that Shevchenko fight. Come on, I still think she lost that fight. But the two fights prior, she headlined Ronda's return and UFC 200 by default, but still, she still headlined it, and she got a massive payday for it.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, it's slim pickings right now for the UFC. They're finally feeling the hurt from too many events. You know what I mean?
I think it's the too many super cards. It's not too many events. It's too many super cards.
Too many, like two title cards? I think it's too many events too, but I think that you're right on the super card thing.
Maybe. We were talking about this off air a couple of days ago. If you take out all those super cards and you put them as one headliner on each of these, fight nights or whatever number you want to put it on, and put them on one every week,
right?
They elevate the cards automatically, but they want to get that, and it's that weird thing of wanting money quick rather than consistent money. You want that big payday rather than that average across the board and putting on good shows.
And think of it. Think about this. They can't go back to one title fight or even just like a big fight as a main event. We'll never get that again. Every pay-per-view from now on has to have a title on the line. They got people so used to it. They've gotten people so used to it. The casuals, especially, are so used to having a title fight on a pay-per-view that they'll be like, there's no title on the line? Fuck it, I want to watch. That's a legit thing.
Do you think it's strange, though, that we've got to this point now where this is even weirder to me, though. Like, we don't just have to have now a title. Like, we don't have to just have like a super fight. Like, a super fight should, for me, this is just my opinion, tell me if you disagree, but a super fight for me should be essentially a champion versus a champion, no title on the line at catch weight.
Yeah, to me, it's that, or like an Anderson Silva GSP situation. Two of the greatest of all time, ready to throw fucking down, fuck the weight class. Those two scenarios to me are the only way you should do a super fight. I think Stipe DC is it meets the lowest requirements for a super fight in my opinion.
Still for a title though. That's the thing. I'm looking.
It shouldn't be for a title.
And I understand when people, and I'm going to get so much thing for this, and I know Conor, went up and he fought for the title, but he actually fluctuated between the two divisions prior to getting to the UFC. So I look and I go, well, he was both really. He wasn't like he was flyweight or just a light heavyweight.
And the problem is people now don't know that. Like
Yeah.
if they knew his history, they would. I think they wouldn't say shit like that. But and he also wanted. Look, I had a mild interest in Conor moving at the 170 to fight Woodley.
Oh,
I think when he lost to Nate, he was like, yeah, fuck that idea. How much heavier is Woodley than Nate at 170?
and thicker than Snicker.
And
Let's
thicker and huge. All right, he's a big dude, and he's got power, he's got everything. And he'll just stay away from Conor as long as he can.
I think he just ransacks him and double legs him. I'm going to be dead serious. Oh, it's right. I'm not being funny here, and I mean this in all due respect. Nate is skinny fat. Fair. Like he's not ripped.
He's not jacked. He's not jacked.
When he's walking around,
you would never look at him and say USADA needs to go to his house. You would never say.
Exactly. When we saw him fight at 155, he looked shredded. He looked pretty toned up. When he's 170, I kind of go, still a little bit
soft.
You know what I mean? A little bit, a little soft. We'll call it that. When he's out of fight, like completely 185, maybe 180, maybe even 190 on a bad weekend. But he's not. When I look at him, he looks like a tough dude. He looks like a tough dude. He doesn't look to me like an athlete. I wouldn't ever look at him, and I know he does the triathlons, and you don't have to anybody have to agree for that. But when I look at Tyron Woodley, I go, like that legit scares the shit out of me.
I think
hunched up, shoulders, neck. He looks jacked.
Now here's the thing. Tyron Woodley's plan should be to double leg him and take him down and stay on top and just beat him the fuck. Like seriously, he needs to ground and pound the shit out of Nate. You can't let Nate throw his legs up for a triangle or something because Nate will sub his ass off. But here's what Tyron Woodley would fuck up if he cannot finish Nate in the first 2 rounds, because Nate will put on the pressure. And by round 4 and 5, and when Tyron Woodley's gassed, Nate's just revving up. He's just getting to his pace. So that being said, it's a weird. I would rather see Nate at 55. I wish it was a bigger fight for him at 55.
If Nate won the title, or if Nate lost by split decision or by decision narrowly, like by like
that would piss me off.
Point, like literally the conspiracy theory of the Diaz Familia would be absolutely.
Oh, it would fly. It would be crazy. Here's the thing. If Nate won, and it was because it's for the title, it's gonna be for the title. There's just no other way.
Yeah, it is.
But if Nate won that title, who's more pissed off? Okay, hear me out. Who's more pissed off? The 170 contenders, or Tony Ferguson / Nate Hamid Nurmagomedov, because they're gonna have to wait because Conor's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take that fight now. You know what's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. Like I fucking guarantee right the fuck now that if Nate Diaz won the belt or wins the belt against Tyron Woodley, the next fight is Conor McGregor for the 170 strap. Champion versus champion in like Madison Square Garden or some shit. I'm telling you that's what's gonna happen. Like if he wins. Like so the UFC is like, please, Nate, fucking finish this guy. Beat this dude, right? Everybody else, like everyone else that likes divisions and shit that makes sense, are praying Tyron Woodley just fucking humps him to a decision.
Right. When we first started talking about this, I thought this was just a ploy to kind of get some ratings, get some numbers, get a title fight where people will be bothered about what Tyron Woodley. That's what my initial thought is. Now you've put the tinfoil hat straight on this fresh cut.
Bruh.
You just put the tinfoil hat on my head that's made me turn around and go, holy shit, this is only so that they're praying that Nate gets the win because they don't think that Conor could beat Woodley. So it makes more sense to put Nate at 170 and Conor at 170 for the 170 belt when they've already fought each other one apiece at 170.
And biggest pay-per-view of all time. No problem. Money
double title, the revenge, the rivalry, all ending with one title.
Throw in like if you can make like 3 rivalry, like another at least one more rivalry fight on that. Let's say Cruz TJ or Cruz Cody, and not that fight specifically, but a sort of fight like that. They don't need it, but imagine if they did that, like 2 rivalry fights.
I don't even think you need that. I think literally, could you imagine? It's literally MMA fans going at it.
So crazy. God, that'd be so nuts. I would stay the fuck away, whatever city that's gonna go down in, because I'm not fucking dealing with that fucking brawl.
Yo, me and you would have the most back and forth argument
Dude,
ever on this podcast
every
for
day,
like an hour.
And neither side would make any sense. We would just keep pushing it. We would just keep pushing it and pushing it. So, in my opinion, that's the plan. That's the hope. Somehow he beats Tyron Woodley. Give the judges a few dollars here or there, just to get the in case Nate's losing a decision. Get a couple of dollars here, get Diaz the belt, and then champion against champion for the 170 strap, biggest pay-per-view of all time, Madison Square Garden. I mean, do I need to say more?
That's insane.
Imagine in that fight if Nate beats Conor McGregor. Like, that would be so insane. Or, I mean, vice versa, it doesn't matter. It'd be insane either way. But if Nate beat Conor, god damn. But regardless, look, man.
It'd be unbearable if Conor won it more.
You'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah, because then he's the double champ. Technically, he's the triple champ because he never lost the title.
Yeah. And if Diaz wins, Dana White's worst nightmare.
Oh. Right.
Dana White's worst nightmare. Anyway.
One last little thing, because we could fucking just turn this into here. But did you see that there's MMA Kings reported that the in the works for UFC Atlantic City, is Uriah Hall versus Paulo the Eraser.
A 185?
A 185.
Not interested.
Hey, they're trying to kill Uriah. They're trying to kill Uriah Hall.
They'll kill him with just a weight cut. That dude can't make weight.
He did have a heart attack.
Yeah, he died almost. Yeah, he almost died.
Put him against Paulo.
Yeah, it's an awful, awful idea. That being said, they probably told look, man, you better make weight. They probably said, look, you got to move up. What? You want me to go light heavy? Have you seen me, dude? I'm not a light heavy. They're gonna be like, sorry, dude, you got to move up. And they'll be like, he's like, look, man, I'll do anything if you leave me at 185. Let me give me one more shot. Okay, this guy. Damn. Fuck. I guess. Fuck. Why can't you give me Gaslam or something like that? Fuck. You know what I mean?
That's so fucked up.
They're gonna get that boy killed, man.
Legit, he's gonna end up dead. I'm not even trying to act out right now. He's legit.
Shout out to MMA Kings, by the way. He fucking he kind of got out scooped the other day. He gave them credit.
All right. Okay.
So shout out to that dude. Helwani could learn from that dude. Did you see the hypocrite ass shit that dude tweeted out the other day? Talking about Fox.
Oh yeah, you told me in the last show.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Oh, and then I know you're not the biggest fan of Karen Bryant.
Yeah.
But she responded to that Brendan Schaub thing where Brendan Schaub said, did we talk about that? No. Did we talk about that?
No, we didn't. We know, yeah, we spoke about like the context of what she said, but we haven't spoke about what she said.
I don't know what she said. I didn't finish the video because I don't dislike her, but I'm not a fan either. So I didn't finish what she said. Did you hear what she said?
No.
I heard she said she called it silly and a bunch of stuff. But what Brendan said was pretty like. I understand why she's upset about it and why like Yves Edwards was upset about it and all that. So
look, he just triggered people. That's what he did. He said something that wasn't politically correct per se, but it was. He did pose the question, and in this PC world, we have to admit that and I'm not saying this isn't justified, guys. Don't take this out of context. Should we have more diversity, whether it be color, sex, whatever you want to put it as, on TV? Cool, yeah, 100%, no doubt about it. But should it be forced? Should it be based on talent? If there's no good female reporters around, should we just put one in there for the sake of making the numbers? No. Should we put on any ethnicity just because? Could you imagine on like a BET show? Like, imagine if it was just an all-black panel and they're like, we need to put a white person on there. We need to put a white presenter on there to make it fair. It would never happen.
No.
Never happen.
Yo, this is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw this right now on Twitter, and a pool of salt on this one because it's from BJ Penn, that website. All right, but this is from the Nose on Twitter apparently says there are deals in place to have Chris Cyborg versus Yana Kunitskaya for the women's 145 belt at 222 main event. Exactly.
Ooh.
Apparently, this Yana chick was supposed to make her debut on the same card, but they're willing to scrap that to put a title on the line and keep it a pay-per-view. So they're trying to keep 222 as a pay-per-view because they put a belt on the line.
Fuck that noise. I ain't trying to hear that fucking bullshit.
I ain't paying. Look, man, now they're making me not want to. Now I want to see Frankie against Brian Ortega as much as the next guy. I'm not going to pay $65 to watch Cyborg against who the fuck for the title. It's just not happening.
I'm 100% with you.
Anyways.
Speaking of when you were on about the people causing controversy by bringing up color or race or anything, do you think? I know you're not a fan of his. I know you're not, but I've got to dig into the Michael Rappaport thing and the Janet Jackson thing. Do you think that the amount of flack that he got was justified for what he said in that tweet?
I'm trying to find the tweet right now because
I can read it out to you right now. I fucks with Janet, but she's been off the grid. Remember, she shut shit down, married/divorced this millionaire dude who had her rocking burkas and all that. Can anybody crying for Janet Jackson right now tell me the last Janet Jackson song that was popping? Motherfuckers want to act. Motherfuckers want to make nothing something 24/7, 365, and Super Bowl Sunday.
I'm reading it right now. Can anyone crying for Janet Jackson right now tell me the last Janet Jackson song? And then someone responded,
Alone.
But this one chick goes, every little girl in the free world wanted to sing and dance like Janet. Please sit down. He replies, there's no little girl under 18 who's heard from Janet in 10 years.
Facts.
Someone goes, who are you again, sir? And he responds, ask your mom, like for real, text her and hit me back. That's the best. His mom would have to be in her 50s to be old enough to remember when you had a career. Yo, what did he do again? He was an actor, right?
He was an actor, wasn't he? He's still an actor. He does a lot, but I think he does more like podcasting and sports, like shows and stuff like that now. That's all I ever seen him on. But I remember when he was an actor. Like that's what I remember him as. Like actor.
Okay, well, look, he's an idiot, and we all know he's an idiot. But he's there for shock value, right? I mean, look, who made you? Okay, you tell me who you think for. Maybe in the UK, probably different, but the person that started the shock value was the original shock jock, Howard Stern.
Yeah,
right? Howard Stern is the first guy to get on radio and say some fucking crazy shit, have the FCC come after his ass. That being said, he also knows the value, or knew the value of shock, is listens and all that shit, subscribers, listeners, whatever. And so it worked for him. He's a fucking multi-millionaire from a radio show. All right. Rappaport's following the same thing by saying some shocking shit that could get him in. He teeters on the edge and he falls over by a little bit every time. But
is it shocking though to say? Is it shocking to say people should not be so like pissed off about people not really caring about Janet Jackson when she's not relevant anymore? Like apparently she's done a tour over the past couple of years, and apparently she's released an album over the past few years. But it's like I didn't know that. And like I always look at things in terms of this. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. If something is big and something's still notable, it has to be worldwide. For a big name, you know, sure, you have to know that they're still around. It's that thing of like, if a tree falls in the wood, does it make a noise if nobody's around to hear it? Right. So if nobody knows that Janet Jackson's got a fucking album out, and to say she's such a big name, like I know who Janet Jackson is, I know some of her songs, but I didn't know that she had a fucking album out.
Now, do you think that the people are responding out of nostalgia?
Oh, potentially, yeah. Or maybe it's, and I'm going to throw this out there, but it could be that whole kind of what we were talking about off air last time we were talking. It could be that thing of like reverse racism.
Oh, for sure. It's very possible. But the thing that with the Janet thing to me is people were responding out of nostalgia. Like, how could you say it about Janet? Janet's a superstar. No, she's not. Not anymore.
Racially.
Oh, they were attacking her racially because she's black. Oh,
yeah, they was putting it across of like, you're stealing your culture vulture was one of the things they were saying, and it's like, and how dare you say that when you take from our culture? And it's like, what relevance does that? Like, say if I was adopted by a black family and I'm raised up, you know, all the stereotypes that you out there. does that mean that I'm a culture vulture just because I put onto all that, but I don't like a certain black person? Does you know what I'm saying?
You can't win. You just can't win, dude. That's what it is. Like, here's the thing with the Janet Jackson thing, racially. Look, let's address the superstar thing first. Yeah, I didn't fucking know she put a CD out either, and I honestly don't care. You know what I mean? Look, Michael Jackson's the one that put that family on the map. She wrote his coattails as long as she could. Had a few good, good albums. She looked good for a while. It was great, right? You know who failed? LaToya. Yeah, LaToya was awful. Let's be honest. Okay, who's her for the Jackson 5? The other 5, Tito and all them. Nobody. Okay, it was off of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson to this day is still a superstar, and he's been dead for years. Still a superstar for the fact that he, just like you said, he's worldwide recognized. All right, you can go to like the worst corner of Somalia, play fucking Billie Jean, and everyone will be like, "Oh fuck yeah, Mike Jackson, what's up?" You know what I mean? So there's an argument being made for that. But anyway, racially though, I don't understand. Look, it's like it's stupid. In the States, they have this thing called Taco Tuesday. I don't get mad about it. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, are they bastardizing my culture? Yeah, a little bit. I get it. They're assholes, but it's not killing nobody, right? But right now we're in the States, and I'm sure everywhere really, but in the States, there's such like there's like a handful of topics that you could literally like take your cell phone and turn the light on it, right? And it would light the thing on fire. You don't even need a flame. And it's race, it's politics, and sports is way lower than that. But still, that's there too. Yeah. I mean, fucking Philly just won the fucking Super Bowl, burning their own goddamn city down like idiots. All right. But I don't know. It's just people get mad just so they can get mad, dude. You know how it is? Because there's people that are professionally offended.
Professionally offended.
Whoa, wait a minute. I just thought of a fucking segment for this show or another show. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. Quincy Jones recently did an interview.
Yes, Quincy! Get him, Quincy!
Run with this because you just read the article and you were hyped, so I'm gonna let you run.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. You know what, man? I dated Ivanka Trump too. Yeah, me. I did that shit too. I'm just fucking around. I didn't, but I would. She's a good looking chick. But regardless, man, how is that not the biggest fuck you to Trump? Like, hey man, I fucked your daughter. Sorry.
Channeling your inner Tupac, then, didn't you? You got him up on.
Yeah. Immediately. It's cause I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Like, every funny shit. You know, what if he got one Melania? That'd be funny as shit. But regardless, like, as far as hey, look, fuck the rest of that article. The only thing that caught my eye was he dated Ivanka Trump, which I would love to know the math. Like, what numbers as far as ages go when that happened? Because homeboy is like on that borderline of like statutory with that little comment.
My favorite thing was the fact that you were talking about Marlon Brando, and he was saying that he was a charming motherfucker. He'd fuck anything. He'd fuck a mailbox, James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye. And the question him afterwards saying, he slept with him? How do you know that? He frowns and says, come on, man. You didn't give a fuck. You like Brazilian music?
Yo, Marlon Brando was a savage. Savage.
That guy was like, you know, like when you think of like certain guys that are like rock stars, like they're like God, like James Dean and people like that, and like Frank Sinatra. You think of certain dudes and like, these guys are fucking gods. Yeah, those were the guys.
Yeah, dude. And I'm assuming Quincy Jones is like going. He's so old, he's out of his mind. That's why he's coming out with his shit. I just can't wait to see what Trump tweets about it because he's gonna say something. He's got to, right? He has to. But I love this part where he goes, they asked him, what stirred everything up? Is it all about Trumpism? And he responds, it's Trump and uneducated rednecks. Trump is just telling them what they want to hear. I used to hang out with him. He's a crazy motherfucker. Limited mentally and megalomaniac narcissist. I can't stand him. I used to date Ivanka, you know. He goes, wait, really? He goes, here's the thing. When he said, I used to date Ivanka, you know, I was like, he must have her like confused with somebody, or like Melania or somebody, right? And he goes, wait, really? He goes, yes, sir. 12 years ago, Tommy Hilfiger, who was working with my daughter Kidada, said,
was that the one that was dating Tupac, by the way?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. And he said, hey, Ivanka wants to have dinner with you. I said, no problem. She's a fine motherfucker. She had the most beautiful legs I ever saw in my life. Wrong father though. I'm like Quincy. Like, bro, just go
Oh,
out. He basically just said he was, he put, damn.
he
He
was
reenacted What's Your Fantasy with Ludacris on that chick. Like,
he was styling and profiling. She had the most beautiful legs I ever saw in my life.
dude, hey, look, she's a real good looking chick, but man, that's crazy. I don't know if he did that or not.
I'm
I really
sure
don't
he
know.
did.
Yo, look at the other shit that he said. He says Michael Jackson was greedy, the Beatles sucked, Jimi Hendrix was afraid, Marlon Brando had sex with James Baldwin, Cindy Lauper is a diva, U2 is over the hill, Tevin Campbell is underrated, Trump is an idiot, and I used to date Ivanka. Dude, someone keep an eye on Quincy Jones. Check his health. I think he's about to go. I think he's like, fuck it. I'm on my way out anyway. I'm gonna be gone in like a month. I'm gonna say all this shit. I'm gonna say all this shit.
Quincy Jones on not hearing the spirit of jazz in pop music today. People gave it up to chase money. When you go after Ciroc vodka and Fat Farm and all that shit, God walks out the room.
Yeah, eat a dick, P. Diddy. That's what it is. You just mentioned the Clintons who are a friend of yours. Why is there still such visceral dislike of them? What are other people not seeing in Hillary, for example? What do you see? He says it's because there's a side of her when you keep secrets, they backfire. Like what secrets? There is something else I shouldn't be talking about. Ooh. He goes, you sure seem to know a lot. I know too much, man. What's something? Oh, well, I love this one though. What's something you wish you didn't know? Who killed Kennedy?
Yo, you can't say that, my guy.
Okay. Yeah. Someone, but he put security around Quincy Jones because someone's
Yo,
gonna snipe his ass.
did you hear about that black activist that was killed today or last night?
Who?
You know you're gonna have to give me a little bit of help here. I think it was in New Orleans. There was some kind of like white like a parade type thing or something, like a white pride parade or something like that, and there was a black guy who jumped over and grabbed one of the Confederate flags.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy, the video went viral of him grabbing the flag or something. Well, that guy's dead now.
Prominent Black Lives Matter activist has been fatally shot in New Orleans. In this security video from a nearby auto shop, he limps, drops his bike, and staggers off. Oh
Yeah,
shit!
the
Yeah.
guy he grabbed hold of a Confederate flag like during like some kind of parade or something or some protest.
Somebody followed him and fucked him, fucking killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've seen this guy before. I don't know how to say his name. It's like Muhyiddin. Let me
That guy.
fucking pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
Where's his name? Muhyiddin Elamin Moy, 32 years old. A police officer was answering a call about gunfire early Tuesday. They found that guy asking for help near the Trem neighborhood, about 8 blocks from the French Quarter, according to police report. He was better known as Muhyiddin Baha. Moy's family told South Carolina news outlets that Moy was his legal name. The report says that Brady Trail was to the body circled 2 blocks. Whoa, he got far. Yeah, shot in the thigh at 1:30 a.m. Died in the hospital. That's sad, dude. But dude, I would be. Look, he's a brave motherfucker to jump in and grab a flag like that. I wouldn't do it, especially not like, you know what I mean, especially not these days. He's a brave, motherfucker. You got to give him that much. But if you're gonna do that, for sure, don't ride your bike around like at nighttime or 1:30 in the morning.
For sure, have some bulletproof bubble around your bike.
Dude, for sure. Like, what the fuck? Like, god damn it, man. I hate seeing shit like that, by the way. Like, people dying over.
On a brighter note to do with guns and all that kind of a mass violence, the new Deadpool 2 trailer dropped today, and I absolutely fucking love Deadpool. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters I've been reading for goddamn years, and the trailer for me was absolutely perfect and completely and utterly hilarious, and I'm so excited to see it.
What was a pot shot?
Basically, at the beginning of the film, Cable doesn't have his CGI'd robotic arm.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts kicking off saying, you know, what the fuck, we've got a trailer to do here, guys. Like, you can't not have it. We need the CGI doing it. I'm not asking you to put like a mustache off. And it's a pop. Superman obviously having a dodgy lip during
oh yeah, he's got the green arm and shit.
Yeah, so it was just a shot of like obviously not having things ready and doing reshoots and stuff like that. So I absolutely love Deadpool, and I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds for years, going back to the 2 guys, a girl and a pizza place.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, and then is Deadpool playing dolls. That's funny
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no, it's, look, man, any Deadpool movie, dude. Ryan Reynolds was a perfect choice for Deadpool. Like nobody else could have pulled it off. Nobody.
I agree.
That's so crazy.
I'm
I'm
just
excited for that movie too. Are you? Have you seen the trailer from the new Avengers? I'm sure it's an old trailer right now, but the new Avengers is coming out soon.
the one that they showed from the Super Bowl.
Right? Is that new?
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
I thought it was badass. Now you know what? You know what I didn't give a fuck about, except for like I gave a 0.0001% fucks about the other trailer, the Star Wars one, that Life of Solo, whatever. Only because Charles Gambino's in it. That's the only reason I'm even a little bit like, ooh, okay, cool about that, but I'm not gonna watch it. I haven't watched the last 3 or 4 Star Wars movies.
I'm gonna sound so bad right here, and I'm probably gonna get my white card revoked. I've never watched Harry Potter, I've never watched Star Wars, and I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
I've watched Harry Potter because I had a little sister, and my dad was not about to take her to the fucking movies, unfortunately, so I had to watch that bullshit. It was garbage, though, 100% dog shit. Except for the one white dude with no nose. He was a bad motherfucker. They should have let that guy win. They should have let that guy kill Harry Potter. All right, that was a bad motherfucker right there. He had every bad thing possible. He would have been like the perfect pro wrestling guy, like evil guy or heel. He just didn't give a fuck about anybody. Killed his own people and shit. It was awesome. Anyway. But yeah, as far as Lord of the Rings, haven't watched not 1 second of that. My roommates in college were when those movies came out, I was in college. My roommates were just like, "Oh, we're gonna go watch Lord of the Rings." I'm like, "Yep." Yeah. What are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know, read, watch TV, masturbate, anything better than you watching that shit movie. Dude, it's not shit. Have you read the books? No.
Same.
Hell no.
Not read the books either. Not read the books.
Hell no. And I'm not gonna go sit on a 3-hour movie to watch midgets with beards and fucking little dwarf gay guys like little butt, like just butt buddies. While we're gonna walk this ring over to a mountain and drop it in lava.
I just think the Clerks absolutely destroys Lord of the Rings for that.
100,000%. Anyway, but regardless, I'm not watching that shit either.
No,
what's your requirement for a good film? Everyone's got one must-have requirement for a good film. And I'll just give you some time. My one requirement for a good film is it has to make you think. If you leave that movie theater and you're not thinking, now whether it's like, for example, Deadpool, you're excited, like, holy shit, I can't believe he did this and that, and his face is all fucked up, huh? Or like The Post. I once saw The Post with my girlfriend this last weekend. If you know about The Post, it's about how the Washington Post put out okay, so back in the Nixon days, they were lying to the American people about how the Vietnam War was going, and they were saying, oh, it's going great. Well, someone went and actually did the study, came back with it, and released a top secret file. Now, that's a true story. That happened, right? This movie's about that release and how the government shut down the New York Times for a while because they posted about it, or because they printed a newspaper about it, and then the Washington Post said, "Fuck it, we're going in." Right? I left that movie going like, "Wow, that." As I guess a former professional journalist, I can actually speak to this. It gave me a very like a nostalgia of sorts, right? Like you went in, did the dirty work, did the hard work, and you put out some shit the government didn't want people to see for the good of the good, huh?
That's what journalism should be about.
Exactly. But the key part for me was for the good of the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, sure. Sell newspapers, 1000%. Go for it. Keep it alive, right? But you did it for the good of the people, right? And Nixon lost his fucking mind about it. So anyway, that movie, like I was kind of proud for what I studied and for what I worked in for as long as I did. And I was just like, wow, it's fucking amazing. And that movie made me think. What movie didn't make me think? Jumanji.
I would not go to pay
at all, dude. No, my girl. We took my girlfriend's kids to see that, and it was just like they're kids. They loved it, and I'm sitting there going, "This is fucking lame." I'll give you this: Kevin Hart and The Rock will always be funny together. Everybody else, dog shit. The one chick on that movie though is hot as fuck. I don't know what her name is. Is she a redhead? She fine as shit. I think she's a redhead, but she's fine as fuck. Other than that, though, that movie was like total dog shit. 100%, it's dog shit.
I'm. Yeah, PS, and I don't care if anybody fucking guns me down for this. So if I do get gunned down tonight, you know why. Fuck The Rock, man, with this skyscraper bullshit. That's Die Hard, man. That's Die Hard. That's Die Hard. Die Hard.
That is Die Hard. Dude, why is it? It's funny. We because they put again. That's another trailer they put out during Super Bowl. And I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I was like, they're making the same fucking movie again. Which one? And I'm like, every single one. Die Hard, Taken, fucking. They have a little bit of Mission Impossible in this bitch. Which, by the way, another fucking Mission Impossible is coming out. Yeah. Whatever. They're putting all these movies, just making the same movie over and over again, dude. Why are we working day jobs? Huh? Ash, we could put out the same show every fucking day and probably do some shit with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, or we start making the same movies and same videos on there and just fucking blow
shit
up.
I watch a lot of YouTube videos now. I've actually noticed that a lot of people do that, you know. When it comes to like actual content of YouTube videos, a lot of people, what they do is they do literally the exact same thing, but they'll just and they'll put the same kind of imagery and stuff like that, but they'll talk about the same things and use the same wording for a lot of things.
Bro, I know
the same thing.
I know one fella in particular in the MMA world that's gone and watched my show and has done that. And he's watched other guys' shows and has done that word for word, point for point, graphic for graphic at times. And we're sitting here going, what? And
you have to tell me about that.
Oh, I will. Super nice guy.
Yo, DM me right now so I can know. But I'm just gonna go back to what you were saying about the film thing because I kind of have something. It's very similar to what you were saying. For me, I think one of the key things I need in a film is I need to kind of be emotionally invested into a character. I think that's really important for me. Whether it's a comedic thing, whether it's, whatever, I need to actually be invested in a character. Like, you can't skip on certain things for a character. P.S. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Fuck that guy with a big head. You know what? Like, if you all don't know Big Blue Monster, I'm just saying, look it up. It takes 2 guys to feed them. I'm just saying, fuck that dude.
Super nice guy, but he's just
fuck that guy. Straight up, fuck that guy. That guy is a fucking hype beast. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, it's weird. That whole thing it's so gross and creepy. I'm like, I don't even touch it. I'm like, nope, not dealing with it.
So gross and creepy. Anyway,
yeah, he is.
But yeah, I need to be emotionally invested. I need to have it's like I need to feel something emotionally when it's whether it be laughing or whatever. I need something like I need something to pull me in. Like, I know that people didn't like Bright. I did. I didn't. It wasn't.
I haven't watched it yet,
but I felt an emotional thing about it. I was like, I see what they're doing with the racial undertones, and I appreciate that. I know a lot of people didn't like Southpaw. I enjoyed that film because I was like, man, like this guy's trying to get back his kid. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, could you imagine if just imagine today, everything you own, everything you have, everything that you know is gone, snatched from you. And it's like, you have to do what you know to do best and get back. Like, and I know it's the corny Rocky things, and I get that, but, people bombed Rocky, and I thought Rockies were a little bit overrated. Like, a little bit. Not too much, a little bit overrated. I think they're good films. Yeah. I just think that, like, were they that good though? Were they?
I think the first one was awesome because of the story behind it, right? And then they just kind of just fed off of it. Second one was cool because you had to get him win. Once you made the second one, here's the thing. It's like the all these garbage ass movies that get 0% or 0, like really bad reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and shit. And they make sequels, and everyone's like, why are they making a sequel? Because everyone wants to go see it. As long as they get the numbers they want, they'll make a fucking sequel. And that was part of the deal with Rocky and everything. I think Rocky 5 was the most misguided piece of shit ever. But that's when he coaches Tommy Guns or whatever. That's an awful movie. But Rocky Balboa, when fucking forever later, when he comes back as like a 50-some-year-old, 60-some-year-old boxer, I thought I enjoyed it. And then like Creed was the shit to me. Like I love that movie. So they'll make a Creed 2 at some point soon. You know what I heard about that? They make Creed 2. It's gonna be like he's gonna fight yeah, right. Yeah, Sage Northcutt. Ivan Drago's son or something like that, or Ivan Drago himself, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I wonder how they're gonna write that fucking script. But the other thing about movies, like, you gotta feel something. right, about it, and
I need an emotional thing for me. Like I need something
right,
to pull me
yeah,
in.
like to me, Star Wars don't do it.
Nope.
Honestly, the Justice League was like, no.
Yeah. But I thought the Avengers
And,
films were as well. As
and
well.
right. And I'm a fan of like Batman though. And I think what killed it for me was Ben Affleck. This is my opinion.
I think the fact that Christian Bale was so good as Batman, that kind of takes away from it.
Had they had Christian Bale in there, it would have been like, oh yes. But they would have fucking skyrocketed. But I think he probably wanted more money than they wanted to dish out.
God.
Oh, yeah. But and then but think about the Avengers movies. I don't really care either. Like I'm not invested in it at all. I do enjoy watching the Hulk. Like literally the only reason I watch those movies because the Hulk is in it and he just destroys shit. Like yeah, what's you know what my secret is? I'm always angry. Like whoa, get him, Bruce, kick his ass. But not to mention, what if he got crazy? And you get the Hulk, and he goes and grabs Black Widow. What's her name? Black Widow, right?
Yeah.
Right? And to turn this into like a porn, just fucking just like Hulk smash with my dick.
Well, that's what the thing said. When them two were flirting, what did Tony Stark say? He said something like, "Watch out for that aubergine" or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like,
bruh. Hey, other than that, imagine if they wrote the Hulk getting her pregnant, little green motherfuckers running around. Like little kids get angry quick. You know what I mean? that little motherfucker's gonna throw something at his mom. Go to timeout. I said go to timeout. All of a sudden, a fucking 6-foot green asshole comes out like, fuck you, mom. Like, are you gonna talk back to that motherfucker?
Yeah, but what you're gonna take into account then is like the dad's gonna get pissed off because the kids aren't listening. So then the dad starts fighting with the little kid.
And there goes the house.
And then he gets sent to prison.
Yeah, but they want the house. The house is destroyed. Fucking military's coming after the Hulk now. It's all madness. This is why it's comics. This is why it's in the movie world. Okay? Shit gets crazy. Fuck.
This is why they don't do an everyday in the life of like when it comes to superheroes.
Right? That'd be fucking not, dude. How boring! Imagine that. How boring would be. This is Captain America taking out the trash. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know. That being said, Black Panther. I'm gonna buy into the hype. And I'm gonna go watch it.
Oh, I'm gonna go and see it anyway because I just think it looks like a cool film. And in my opinion, I think Black Panther has the coolest outfit out of all of the Avengers. Like all the people involved.
And the soundtrack is fire so far. Only 2 songs are out, and it's fire. By the way, good call on Apple Music. I haven't stopped using it.
Yo, by the way, Sky Zoo. Yes, sir.
Oh, the shit, dude. All right, I got his album on there. It's fucking. I was blasting it at work today. It was pretty cool.
It's cool. It's chilled as well.
Yeah, so it's like relaxed. Yeah, like I'm not sitting like if I play Tupac in the office, I start getting hyped, and I'm like, fuck. And then this dude is just like, yeah, just relaxing, doing my thing. You know, so it's cool.
But yeah, make sure you check out Apple Music, guys. It's the future. Yeah, that's it, man. You can find me at Ashel Lamprey. That's ASHLEYLAMPREY. And you can find that on Twitter and you can find that on Instagram, and it's just us official on Snapchat. You can also find this channel at the Heel Channel _ on Twitter. It's the Heel Channel on SoundCloud, iTunes, and subscribe to them. Subscribe to this. Leave likes. Tell friends. Tell haters because they're definitely going to know what we want to talk about. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, I mean, they want to know. Eddie, where they can find you?
They can find me in Ivanka Trump's panties. That's where they can find me. I'm in on that, Quincy. I'm in. Just kidding. I'm
in.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Elo31. The Instagram is at Keyboard Warriors MMA, and of course, KeyboardWarriorsMMA.com. We have a show tonight. Keyboard Warriors MMA Live. We're talking Tyron and Nate, 221. Cyborg versus that chick apparently being official. I was just told right now it's official for 222 apparently. And I'm gonna make sure once the show's over because I don't want to actually let me make sure now what people just think fucking case we get crazy. But I just got a message here from a friend saying that Cyborg and this Jonna chick is oh yes it is. Okay, official as of right now. Chris Cyborg versus Jonna Kunitskaya for the title, UFC 222, and Frankie Edgar versus Brian Ortega as a co-main event.
I have no idea who this chick is. I'm looking at a picture of her. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she look alright, and she.
Mm.
Yeah. You know who I like who's like really really fine is the Russian chick from Bellator that everyone's calling a Nazi.
Obviously.
The one that everyone's calling a Nazi again for some reason.
Oh, I don't know, but all I know is that picture of get you a girl who can do both. She's legit the MVP.
Oh yeah, she is 100% MVP. Oof. Anyway,
Um, on that note, yeah, from me and Eddie, peace out, 8 time down, fuck y'all, we love y'all, all that good stuff. Nah.
Ivanka